Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 6th of September 2023. In today's Mill news, the new guy at Southern News has very kindly and interestingly gathered together all the fixtures for the Mill players in the international break and put them in some kind of list. So 4 scheduled matches that could feature Mill players during the international break. Club football has come to a halt, but fans may still be able to watch their favourite Lion stars in action over the next 10 days. And this is from, like I said, southernnews.co.uk. The new guy, Cairo Evans. Wasn't sure about him at first, but he seems to be growing on me. The first match report I read in one of the friendlies was a bit weird, but he seems to be doing a bang up job there. I wonder if he can keep up this pace until the end of the season. So even though it's the international break, he's not slowing down. He's still pumping it out. 7 Mill stars could be in action for their countries over the next week as club football pauses for the international break. 4 players: Kevin Nisbet, Tom Bradshaw, Jules Saville, and Matija Sarkic will be looking to get some game time in the European Championship 2024 qualifying games. Nisbet's Scotland have won all 4 of their group games and are well on the road to the tournament in Germany next summer. The striker will be looking to contribute in Friday's trip to Cyprus and next week's friendly against England. Meanwhile, Bradshaw will be hoping to revive Wales's Euro 2024 hopes after they lost 2 of their first 4 games. After a friendly against South Korea, they face a crunch game away at Latvia next week. Savills Northern Ireland play important games away at Slovenia and Kazakhstan as they look to bounce back from 3 defeats in a row and navigate themselves through Group H. Kazakhstan. He's got to go all the way to Kazakhstan. Blimey. And Sarkic will be aiming for his 8th and 9th Montenegro caps as his country face Lithuania and Bulgaria in the pursuit of claiming one of the top 2 spots in Group G. While Mill continue their wait for a first England cap for a Lions player since 1938, Romain Esse and Arsenal loanee Brooke Norton-Cuffy could both be in action for the underage teams. Fresh off his first international goal in June, Esse has taken a step up to the under-19s who will be taking on Germany and Spain. Norton-Cuffy's England under-21 side take on Luxembourg, while the Republic of Ireland under-21 team featuring Adamu Amaku face off against Turkey and San Marino. And like I said, he's put this list together, so fair play to him. So if you wanted to watch any of the games and keep an eye on Mill players, maybe praying that they don't get injured, because we certainly don't need any more injuries, do we? There they are. You can see them there. So the Kazakhstan Northern Ireland game 2 o'clock on Sunday. Obviously, the big one, Kevin Nisbet against England. You cheering Kevin Nisbet on in that, or you cheering on England? What are you doing? Are you hoping for a draw and with Kevin Nisbet to get a hat trick? Would be good, wouldn't it? Obviously, so we've got all these games. You can see them there. Some of them are on television, some of them are not. And the channel that has them is the 3rd string channel. It's Viaplay Sports. So obviously we've got the 1st string, which is Sky Sports. We've got the 2nd string, which is BT, which was now TNT. And we've got this channel, Viaplay Sports, who muscled into the market. I believe they're a Swedish company, or Scandinavian at least. And they're kind of like the successor to Setanta Sports. They bought out Premier Sports. So yeah, they've obviously UEFA done this thing where they packaged up all the games and sell them as a package, which is why you literally got Lithuania versus Montenegro, you've got Kazakhstan versus Finland. That all of the games are on. Obviously, Sky used to have this. But Sky had to buy the whole package, but they only wanted certain games. Like they probably didn't give a shit about Austria Moldova, but they had to buy the whole package. So obviously, it looks like they've given up and just let this company come in and get them. So there you go. This is tomorrow. So tomorrow we've got Wales versus South Korea. Now all of the games are on Viaplay, either on their 1 or 2 channels or online or on extra. The Wales games are on BBC iPlayer, so you can watch Tom Bradshaw in action if you want an easy life and you don't want to watch all this if you don't have Viaplay, but obviously everyone can. If you're watching this, you probably know how to get streams. There might be some streams on some of the bookies websites. If you have a little bet, they let you watch the game sometimes. I think Bet365 do that a lot, which is why they're such a big company and why they make so much money. So the Wales games are all on BBC iPlayer or on S4C if you're in that area and you can get it. But the commentary will be in Kosovo. Comprende? That's it. So, and of course, the England games will be on Channel 4. But obviously, the only Millwall player involved in that will be Kevin Nisbet playing against England. So here you can see all the games and the times when they're happening. And there we go, Latvia versus Wales. That's actually a qualifying game, like I said, on Monday night, BBC iPlayer. Wanted to watch that. And then we go Tuesday night, Scotland versus England. And like I said, look, all the other games. You got Romania versus Kosovo, Spain versus Cyprus. And then that's it, because that's next month. So Wales versus Gibraltar next month. So fair play to Wales for giving Gibraltar a friendly. Fair play to that. But yeah, these are the games and where you can watch them over the coming week. No news of the under-21 games. So that's probably not on television. But one of those games, I don't know if you're keen eye, you would have saw that was on today. And here we go. This is Romain Esse's game, England under-19s, which last year was in the under-18s, which isn't an official age bracket in international football. Under-19s is, and I think so. There must be a tournament that they can play for. So this is from EnglandFootball.com. Young Lions battled hard and went close to grabbing a deserved equaliser on several occasions. They lost 1-0 to Germany in Spain, Costa Brava. If you're out that way, maybe you might be able to sneak by and have a look at the games. I'm not too sure. England men's under-19s were unable to find a breakthrough. Their second half dominance arguably deserved as they lost 1-0 to Germany. The young Lions started brightly as Utrecht's Adrian Blake got him down the left early on and had an effort blocked before firing over soon after. It was Germany who took the lead though in stunning fashion as midway through the first half, Mert Koma fired in an unstoppable strike first time from 20 yards. The Germans almost grabbed another at the start of the second period following a goalmouth scramble before England then took charge. Noel Buck of New England Revolution would have scored with an excellent header had it not been for a good save by the keeper. And Blake got in a one-on-one on the inside left channel before the ball was smothered by the keeper. England dominated in the second half and showed plenty of endeavour as they searched for an equaliser, but in the end, Germany managed to hold on for the narrow victory. England under-19s will be back at the Oliver Nova Football Centre in Spain on Saturday for their second and final game of the camp against Switzerland, with kick-off at 1 p.m. BST. So yeah, if you're in the area in the Costa Brava, you might be able to check that out. I don't know why they would put it up there. It looks like so they've got the starting team. Romain Esse was number 7 in the starting team, and then they've got a substitute. So obviously this isn't an official game; it's a friendly, glorified kickabout, if you will. It looks like they changed the whole team for the second half, and then they had the thing like if anyone was injured, the other player, the players who were subbed off could go back on. It's literally like really flexible. But yeah, Romain Esse started, played 45 minutes. Obviously, he was in the group that conceded the goal. Don't know what that means. We'll see if he plays in what happens in that second game. If what happened in the under-18s is anything to go by, they'll probably just switch this and have the second half team starting, and then the first half team coming on as subs in the next game. That's kind of what they did before. So yeah, there you go. Romain Esse playing 45 minutes for England under-19s. Now, moving on. So the international players are away. What's happening to the rest of the players? Well, Gary Rowett's going to tell you. Southwarknews.co.uk. Gary Rowett explains what the plans are for the Millwall players who remain at the club during the international break. 7 first-team stars have been called up by their countries. Gary Rowett said he wants to maintain the continuity of training during the international break, but added some players will get a breather. Some players will get a breather. I think they need to work on their fitness. So, however you do that, probably get on the Stairmaster exercise bike. Get your fitness up, mate, because it looks like you're not fit. 7 Millwall stars have been called up to their countries, but the rest of the squad remain at the club. The Lions don't play again until September the 17th, and while Rowett is keen to give some players a rest, he said he will be otherwise ploughing on with his training plans to keep the team in tip-top shape. The Millwall manager said, we won't have too many around because it's probably the most internationals we've had in all group, so I think there's the potential for about 8 players to be away with some youth internationals as well. So it will leave us with very few numbers. The key for me is to do the work with those numbers, to give some of the players a little bit of a breather who've played most of the minutes since pre-season. Not just the league fixtures, so all in all you're looking at 12, 13 fixtures by the time we get to the international break. But there's not too much that will be different. It's early in the season. It's the first one, so you will want that continuity of training. You still want to be improving areas, so that will be the plan. Like I said, you need to get their fitness up because it looks like they are not fit. Moving on to this. So we've got some more information at Sean Hutch's injury. It looks like he's going to miss 3 games at least. This is also from the southernnews.co.uk. Millwall boss believes it is probable Sean Hutch could miss 2 or 3 games, including the Leeds United clash. Obviously, when we come back, we have to make up the game that we missed through the international break. We've got 3 games in, what would it be, 6 days? We're playing Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. Leeds, Rotherham, West Brom. 2 of them at home, so it's not that bad for us in terms of travelling. It's not like we have to play at home, then travel midweek and then come back, or do another away. So Sean Hutchinson could be missing for 2 to 3 games. Gary has predicted. Mystic Gary. In a big blow to Millwall, the club captain was substituted off after 30 minutes against Birmingham City during a 1-1 draw before the international break. The 32-year-old had a calf problem, which Rowett said he hoped would not be too serious after the game. But today, the Lions manager said he believes Hutchinson could miss multiple games, including the clash against Leeds United when Championship football returns. He told the News at Den, "We're still trying to assess where he's at. Obviously, it's quite soon after the injury. I think until he's had scans and he's had the results back from those scans, I've not had anything definitive from the medical team, but it looks probable that he's going to miss 2 or 3 games. I would imagine, or at least a couple of games, yes. So it's probable about as definitive as I can be at this minute." Okay, so we still don't know. That's kind of at least still a bit of guesswork. Obviously, like I said, when we come back, we've got 3 games in a week, so if he misses that, it will be probable he'll miss them at least. So there you go. Now, moving on, we have confirmation, sort of. This is also from the southernnews.co.uk. It didn't quite work out. Millwall boss on the Lions deadline day pursuit of Bournemouth's Kiefer Moore. So it was a thing that was nearly happening. Not one of these. So it was like something in the motions. Fans went into overdrive in the final hours of deadline day after reports emerged that Millwall were making a move for Welsh international. Gary Rowett is happy with the ambition Millwall showed to try and land Kiefer Moore, and says the club have to be pragmatic about not getting the deal over the line. The Lions made a last-ditch attempt to land the Bournemouth striker in a potential loan move on transfer deadline day last week. The move would have been something of a coup for the club, with the 31-year-old a Welsh international and with Premier League goals to his name. But Millwall could not quite get the deal over the line in the final hours of the window. Well, according to all reports, it wasn't because of Millwall, it was because Bournemouth tried to sign a replacement for him, and that from Leicester, and that deal fell through. So I blame Leicester. I don't really blame Millwall. And while Rowett was reluctant to go into too much detail on how close the club came to landing Moore, he did tell News at Den, "A window always works in the same way. You do your business. You're quite happy, hopefully, with what you've done. We were. And then sometimes a player comes up that you perhaps feel is an opportunity that you have to go for. And certainly the owner backed us in trying to bring one more player in. it didn't quite work out, but I think we showed a little bit of ambition to try and make a signing. And I won't go into names and I won't go into details. As frustrating as that was, sometimes these little pieces of the jigsaw are almost impossible for us to find. So sometimes an opportunity comes along and you have to try and take it. So yeah, difficult end, but you have to be pragmatic about it and accept it. So interesting there. If we go back, you do your business, you're quite happy, hopefully, with what you've done, which we were, and then sometimes a player comes up that you perhaps feel is an opportunity that you've got to have a go for. Aha, so Bournemouth were touting him around. They said, does anyone want to take Kiefer Moore on loan? And we said, oh, fucking hell, yes, we will. It sounds that they were offering him up and we said, yes, please. And then they couldn't get the cover and it all fell through. So we have to wait and see if Leicester get the cover, they sign him in January, or if Bournemouth get the cover if they sign this player from Leicester or another player, can we go back in for Kiefer Moore? Apparently he agreed to deal with Moore. He said he was happy to come here. And we know we have a history of going in for the same old players that we did before, and the players are like, bloody hell, they keep trying to sign me. It feels like maybe I should go and play for them because they keep asking me to come and sign for them. And apparently this guy, obviously with Kiefer Moore, he's trying to sign him for ages. He's like 31 years old now. Maybe it's a bit too late, but if it's just on loan, I mean, he's the plan B, isn't he? He's the tall striker. He's the plan B. So he might not be happy starting on the bench, but yeah, if we're still there or thereabouts in January, which I think we will be. I mean, unless we have really horrendous injuries and our results go to pot. If we're there or thereabouts, when I mean that, I mean like top half, like 12 or above. If he comes back in, he can make the difference, and we could really go firing on all cylinders and make a late run into the playoffs. This could be the signing that pushes it over the edge. So we'll wait and see. Obviously, like I said, not beyond the realms of possibility. We do have a reputation of going back to players that we tried to sign in the past. Now, we're going to move on to this. This is a bit serious. So this is from millwallfc.co.uk. This is Livvy Lous Loved Ones. Meet Olivia Coleman. Olivia is a young girl born with quadriplegic cerebral palsy. Like many other children, the equipment and therapies provided by the local authorities do not meet Olivia's needs, leading to her family searching for other avenues, which unfortunately proved far too costly. Olivia and her family were lucky enough to be put in touch with a few amazing charities which help to provide much needed services. Family and close friends have now set up their own charity to help other children benefit the same way they did. Livvy Lous Loved Ones is a relatively new charity set up to help disabled, seriously ill children and support their families. The charity aims to provide financial help for children who need specialist equipment, intense therapy courses, and much needed respite breaks for them and their families. On the 24th of September, the family and 20 friends of Livvy Lous Loved Ones are taking on the grueling task of completing a 5-kilometre tough mudder course in West Sussex. They hope to raise over £5,000 to support disabled children and their families. Last week, Olivia and her family were invited to Mill's training base at Calman Road to meet the squad and raise awareness. Check out the video below. So we're going to play the video now.
Hello, Olivia, you okay, Tom? Hello.
Unfortunately, Olivia was starved of oxygen at birth, so we found out quite early on that Olivia did have a lot of complex needs. Olivia is probably on the spectrum of 7, which is probably the most complex you could get with cerebral palsy. Olivia gets a lot of muscle cramps, which is called dystonia, which is plays a massive part in Olivia's life. As Olivia got older, it got a little bit more difficult with needing medication, a lot of physio, a lot of OT, and obviously specialist equipment. With the help of all the equipment that we use and daily physio, it helps Olivia's life become a lot better. We're really, really happy to be able to bring Olivia down, and it be such a lovely time, so it's not overwhelming for her because it's very relaxed down here. Everyone's been amazing, and obviously your support has been amazing to be able to let us all come down and see the players and enjoy everything.
Nice to see you.
We've had a great support with charities, which is why we decided to set up a lovely charity called Livvy Lous Loved Ones to help other children around the area and further out that are like Olivia that can benefit. So we wanted to give something back to what we've been given and help other families like ourselves. So at the moment it's literally just trying to get as much money and publicity in to help children that are like Olivia that can't gain access and support to buy these really expensive equipment.
Right, so there you go. Yeah, I think that explains it all. So yeah, donate today. There's a button that you can go on to just look up Livvy Lous Loved Ones, and you can find their page and donate to them and stuff. Okay, so now we're going to finish today's video with this story from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk, South London Press's online website. Bromley boss hails Millwall's loanee's leadership qualities and sets target with Arsenal centre-back signing. Bromley boss Andy Woodman has hailed Chin Okoli's leadership qualities and has challenged Bromley loanee to keep his starting spot after the arrival of fellow defender Alex Kirk from Arsenal. 19-year-old Lucian-raised defender who skippered and scored the winning goal for Kevin Nugent's Millwall's under-21 side in their Professional Development League National Playoff final win over Sheffield United in May, joined the Ravens on a 6-month loan spell this summer. Woodman handed Okoli the captaincy in his first start during pre-season as Bromley fell to a 2-1 defeat at League Two side Crawley Town. Okoli has started all 6 of Bromley's first 6 outings in the National League and scored his first professional goal in their 2-2 draw with Rochdale. Chin is a really good leader in my opinion, Woodman told the South London Press. I threw the armband to him early doors in the early games. Chin hasn't had the luxury of what Deji had. I think it was 6 weeks before we got him in the team. Deji had the time to come to bed in and learn how we play and what was expected. Chin has come straight in the team from Millwall. He's done great. I feel like he can get more goals. I'm trying to add that to his game. He should really be attacking everything to scoring more goals. He's learning on the job. He's still a young boy. He's 19. And he's playing in the National League. He's seeing another centre-half coming in from Arsenal, so he has to play at level now. And this is what I want. I want every single player to play their maximum, as they know someone will be ready to come in and take their shirt. Chin has the shirt now, and he has to keep it. He's done really well. So there you go. I don't think the South London Press actually cover Bromley, do they? I think Dulwich Hamlet, obviously, but they've gone down the leagues now. I don't think they cover Bromley. But so I think this is more from the Millwall perspective. But yeah, interesting. Chin Okoli doing well down there at Bromley, and obviously international break. If you're not going to watch any of the Millwall international play on television, how about going to a game? Bromley have got a home game this weekend, I believe. So why not get yourself down there and cheer on Chin Okoli? And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.